May profits be upon you. We're going to take a look at Euro USD and see what the situation is here. All right. First thing I want to do, bring over the old RT money currency meter. All right. What the RT money meter, it tracks the rate of change over a period of 15 weeks. And I update it every week. And what you can tell is one, the rankings didn't change, but the numbers next to these currencies, the rate of changes, that has changed. All right. You can see the US dollar went from 5.74 to 8.45. We are trending up. The US dollar is trending up. That means it's getting stronger, folks. Notice how everybody else is in the red. All right. From last week, you can see the Aussie dollar went from 0.79 to minus 2.04. CAD, same deal, down to negative 2.35 and all the way down. All right. More importantly, look where the euro did. All right. The euro is ranked number 6, same as last week. However, it went from -5 to -7.6. I mean, this is very weak and getting weaker. All right. That's the takeaway here. Getting weaker, trending down while US dollar is trending up, and that makes them a perfect pair. All right. You want to pair the weak with the strong with the weak. So we are looking for shorts in the euro. Now, let's take a look at the currency pair right now. We're on the weekly. Let's break this down. Are we bearish? Yes, we are. Why are we bearish? Because what we want to see is lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low being made. What are we expecting? What's the next expectational structure point? A lower high, right? So that will require a pullback. We don't know if it's making the lower high yet. All right. What we do see is a little rejection here. And the first thing that pops in my mind is, what demand zone are we hitting that caused this? Boom. We come over here to the left and you can see this is a very important structure point. All right. Price was very bearish, making a lower low here, lower high here. And all of this action happened in between, all right, the lower low and the lower high, which is the trading range. We finally got below it here, breaking this low. Boom. All right. Boom. And then price rockets up, taking out the liquidity here, and more importantly, breaking structure to the upside. We turn bullish here. All right. This is an important structure point. That's the point of this. All right. And here we are. Price has found it again, and we have an initial reaction going on over here. All right. Now, why is that important? Because it's the reason why this one was important. Why was this point important? One, price broke the structure point. This became a lower low after we broke structure here. All right. Price came down, broke that low. That makes everything bearish. Lower low, lower highs, all the way down here. All right. This was an important structure point. Why? Because from here, we swept all this buy side liquidity, the structure points, the lower highs, and in those lower highs is a supply zone. And when you're breaking supply, you know that we have bullish order flow, right? And we know who's in control. The bulls are in control. Well, that changed over here, right? When we started making lower lows and lower highs, breaking structure to the downside. When we're breaking structure to the downside, we are breaking demand zones now. Who's in control? Supply is, because we're breaking demand zones. Got it? Here we are at another demand zone. This demand zone is pretty strong. We have not mitigated this demand zone here. All right. And here we are. This has potential to take price higher. Potential. Okay. We have a lot of momentum coming down to the downside here. All right. But we are at a strong structural point. All right. And this is demand. So we're going to see what the reaction is. All right. If we start breaking structure like this, or we start breaking structure to the upside, well, we know that things are turning bullish. Got it? Easy enough. Okay. let's go down to the daily and see if we can take a look at this price action. I want to take you one more time over to that important structure point, right? You see how I marked the weekly zone of demand. There's also the darker area here. This wick area is demand for me, and it is a refined zone of daily demand. All right, so I refined this whole weekly zone down to this area here. Just want you to understand that. All right, so this is the daily, and what we can see is a lot of momentum. Look at those candles, a lot of momentum to the downside. Remember last week we were up here. I said, listen, EU, GU, NZDU, all right, all these, the major pairs, we're going to take short. Did I lie? Did I hurt you? Or did I help you? Leave a comment. Let me know. All right. Let me know if the benefit you benefited from last week's analysis. Moving on. All right. You can see the momentum is pretty strong here, and you don't want to catch a falling knife, right? You don't want to do that. All right. You want to react to what price is telling you. I want you to bear in mind, we've broken structure here. We've broken that lower low, and then which made a higher high. This low led to that high, you understand? And then we broke that structural point. So we're expecting a pullback of some kind. We're expecting to take high probability shorts. That's what I'm looking for in a downtrend. I want to be pro trend. All right. See, this says higher time frame break of structure. Remember what I just finished explaining about how strong the structure point was. All right. We broke that. All right. So we're not looking for buys. All right. We're breaking demand. You understand? We're breaking demand. So just because we have a reaction here doesn't mean that it's going to go to the moon. All right. We want to just go with what price is giving us. We don't want to project ahead. We don't want to predict anything. Okay. So we are bearish on this time frame, and I've marked the POIs that price could come back to. This one a little more far off, but if price decides to come back to this zone, I'm taking it to the house. I'm looking for the same setup that I always look for: a high, a pullback, a higher high that breaks the previous high, and then an impulse, a bearish impulse that breaks that pullback low. Okay. And that once we break structure, I'm looking for a return to impulse somewhere in this leg of structure here. Okay. Usually the originating impulse that led to the break of this pullback low. All right. This is a change of character, folks. I'm looking for that here. All right. Not going to be this big, of course. It's going to be very small. It's going to be, pretty small. All right. It's going to be something like this. All right. You're going to see price round over and come on down. Okay. But this is what I look for. This is what I'm looking for here. This is what I'm looking for here. So, but we don't know if prices come all the way back there. All right. But if it does, we'll be ready. We're sitting ready. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right. And what we're going to wait for, what we're going to do. Well, let me say this. What I will do is I will plot out this 4 hour zone here, this 4 hour zone here, possible points that price could find rejection and turn over. All right. Now, if you're looking at this as one, matter of fact, let's do this. If you're looking at this as one area of one trading range, all right, if you see this as one impulsive leg of structure, you don't want to take shorts so low on this leg, not unless it gives you confirmation, a confirmation entry, all right, not just a change of character, but a break of structure. all right, where you see a deliberate break of actual structure like this. A low is made, a higher high, a break of that low, a return to impulse, and then down. All right, you need to see this here, here, or here. When it's down below, you see how I have two different zones here? Let me get this a little darker. All right. You see it, I have two sections here. This is premium prices. This is discount prices. This is the 50% of the halfway mark between the top and bottom of your trading range. It's better to take trades from up here. It's better. Why? Because they're higher percentage, they're higher probability. Okay. You don't want to take shorts way down low on a bearish leg. All right. You want to see demand breaking before you take shorts here. I want to see some demand breaking, like the demand here that broke that. I want to see this break and then a return to impulse so I can take that high probability short from here. You understand? That's what I would like to see. All right, I'm going to read what price gives me, but that's what I would prefer to see. I would like to take my short from here, somewhere up there. All right, as long as I get my setup, I need that setup. I need price to just commit. I need to see a commitment by price that it wants to go lower. All right, I need to see the shift in the market, the shift from bullish momentum to bearish momentum, but I prefer to take it above this 50% line. Okay, but because momentum is so strong, we might not get that pullback up here. That pullback might come right around here. Seen this all day, every day. So all you need to do is look up in your present structure. You see how price did all this correction, and then give us hard impulse to break that low, break this low, break this low. And when did we get a righteous pullback to that area? We haven't, because the momentum is too strong. We finally broke it here, and we got this little pitiful pullback here. And from this pullback, we dropped quite a bit. So do I expect price to come up there? No, I'm not sure. I don't think it's very likely. All right, all the way up past the 50% mark. So I'm going to be looking here on the lower time frames. Now I'm going to be looking for my setup. All right, and I suggest you do the same. All right, if you want to take longs, you can. That's very aggressive. That's very assumptive. To think that price is just going to keep going up from here. But if we see a pull up where we are breaking zones of supply, I will look for that pullback, and we'll see if we can get a confirmation entry. But I'm not taking it without a confirmation entry. I'm not taking it just on, change of character down here. It's already did a change of character. It's already returned to impulse. All right, I need to see a break higher. I need to see a demonstration that price wants to go higher before I take this long up to here. It'd be good pippage, but I need to see price break zones of demand higher. Then I'll take that pullback, and we'll see if we can if price sets up for a long. That's the only time I'll take a long. You understand? I'm looking for shorts. There are higher probability when you're pro trend, and the trend is down overall. The higher time frame, excuse me. Now, 15-minute, which is where I would look next, is where I would look for those kind of setups. Okay, but be careful with them, folks. I'm looking for price right now to whatever pullback it gives us. I'm looking at that as an opportunity to take a higher probability trade to the downside. I'm looking for sells in this market. Got it? I will see you in the next video. Do not forget to hit the like button, man, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can make sure you catch all my updates. Do leave a comment. Let me know if this is helping you. If you find a benefit in the video, I would love to hear it. It encourages me to put out more free content. I will see you in the next video. Trade safely.